What do you get when you take two Rock and Roll Hall of Famers from supergroup Heart and killer sidemen, turn them loose to go crazy on you in a concert venue? Heart by Heart. Heart by Heart plays Resorts Atlantic City, July 4th. Tickets at Ticketmaster, the website, heartbyheart.com. On the line, HBH keyboardist, legendary morning drive radio guy, and songwriter, Bob Rivers. Welcome to the Mark Berman Show.
Mark, that was really, really a wonderful introduction. Could you do me a favor?
Yes.
Say all of that again, but slow. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. It's great to talk to you, Mark. Your radio show is really amazing. It's unique. It's a part of the modern times that you're so plugged in with social media and so many people are on your show. Congratulations.
Coming from you, that's, boy, I don't know how to follow that up. I'm kind of speechless right now, Bob. What do I say?
Just say thank you.
Let's get into this. Okay. You have two original members of Heart, both Hall of Famers. One's a founding member. What's going on here?
So Heart had two basic eras of the band. They've had several, and Ann and Nancy are indisputably the greatest female rock stars, perhaps arguably of all time. Their first band for the first 7 years or so, first 7 albums, longer than 7 years if you count its inception, had this amazing rock rhythm section and rock guitar players. And it's the band that was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Steve Fossen on bass, who founded the band with Roger Fisher on guitar, and then Mike DeRozier on drums, and also Howard Leese, who did double duty as keyboards and guitar, and stayed with the band for 22 years, he did. So it's a long story, and Ann has actually written a very nice book about it called Kicking and Dreaming, which I recommend if you love Heart and you love soap operas about rock and roll and, you know, the triumphant three aspects of rock and roll, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. It's all in there. So here it is 30 years later. Heart gets inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And you know how the Hall of Fame is. They will not let you play unless the original members get on stage. Remember, that happened to Kiss, and Ace Frehley, I think, refused, or who was it? Gene Simmons refused to get on stage with Ace Frehley. And so, I mean, it was kind of, it's too bad when that happens. Some bands are still together like Rush, and it's a triumphant crowning achievement. In the case of Heart, Ann and Nancy got together on stage with the original band. They reunited, and they played for the Hall of Fame HBO special induction.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And so what I'm in right now is this band called Heart by Heart, which is the original guys from the rock era. And it's not a tribute band.
Okay, that's what I want to clear up here. Go ahead.
A tribute band, and in a way we are, because we're paying tribute and respect Ann and Nancy in the songs, but a tribute band doesn't have any original members. The technical term is a spin-off. As in, you know, the band broke up and some people continued on here and some people continued on there. So it's a spin-off of Heart. And when you are listening to it, the music is really true to the rock era. I mean, there's kind of nobody that can play the drums like Mike DeRozier and nobody that can play the bass like Steve Fossen. So it's we think, a really amazing show. And I'm excited to do it because, you know, I had a long radio career and I dabbled in keyboards, but really what I did for most of my career was make song parodies and twisted Christmas albums and all of that stuff. And
I'm very well aware, and our audience will be very well aware in the coming weeks.
Yes, we should do some kind of a Christmas special this year. So in making all of those parodies, I got really good at making sounds that sound exactly like the record. And so I started sitting in with these guys and playing and you know, learning keyboard parts and showing up at practice. And I was doing it for fun. And they said, "Would you like to be in the band?" And at first I said, wow. I don't think so, because, you know, you should get like a really amazing player. And Steve was great. He said, "I love how you're true to the original, and I love your work ethic." And so they invited me to play with them, and it's a couple years later, and they still have me around. So it's my honor to be playing with those guys. The singers, the Ann and Nancy parts, if you will, are played by Summer Masick on vocals, who a lot of people say has an uncanny resemblance to Ann. And then Lizzie Damont, who plays acoustic guitar and lead guitar and is amazing singing as well. And then we have a guy named Randy Hansen, who's world famous as the best Hendrix impressionist in the world.
This kid's amazing guitar player, and I'm looking forward. I'm going to come out to one of the concerts. I'm looking forward to seeing him as well.
Yeah, so we're going to rock it at Resorts on, is it Saturday night?
July 4th.
Yeah, July 4th. Right before the fireworks? Or after the fireworks? I guess it's after the fireworks.
You'll be on after the fireworks, yeah.
So watch the big explosions, and then Mike DeRozier will keep that up on the drums for you. And this is in the Superstar Theater at Resorts, which every major band and performer in the world has played, across from world-famous Steel Pier. Have you ever been to Atlantic City? This is going to be, well, I'm going to be honest with you. No. I'm amazed because I have traveled, but for some reason, I grew up in New England, never got further south than North Jersey, and I have always wanted to go there. They keep building casinos closer to everywhere else I go. And you know what that's doing to us? That's we were the casino town, and what's making us, well, it's making us an entertainment capital now. So at Boardwalk Hall, we have, Madonna, and we have Ricky Martin, and everybody plays Boardwalk Hall. And then the casinos, the 8 casinos, have the showrooms, and you're playing a killer showroom. Yeah, I can't wait to see it. And by the way, I appreciate casinos. I could never do drugs responsibly, but I did gamble responsibly, so I'm happy about that. But I have to say, I love what gaming has done for entertainment, because if not for gaming, a lot of entertainers' careers would have been shortened, and even the tribal casinos bring a lot of acts through. So I'm glad that Atlantic City is focused on entertainment. It's, it's wonderful to come out and see a live show and support live music. Especially at Resorts on Saturday night, July 4th. By the way, here in Atlantic City, Bob, we're one of only 5 cities allowed to serve alcoholic beverages 24/7. So we encourage people to become the designated passenger. Well, I'll tell you what I'm willing to do. I'm willing to get a large van and drive them all around, because I had my last drink in 1989, which has enabled me to gamble responsibly. Remember, I call back to that. So you are something. Yeah, else. But my wife will like that. I still enjoy buying her a glass of wine. So I'm very, very excited to come. I'm hoping you'll show me around a little bit. Also, a lot of people bring their heart albums, especially Dreamboat Annie. All of the albums, Baby Lestrange, Magazine, Little Queen, all the albums that DeRozier and Fossen played all the rock tracks on, and they're happy to sign your albums if you bring them. Really? That's right there. There's more reason to get your tickets at Ticketmaster right now. Resort Superstar Theater, Heart by Heart. Bob Rivers will be there, and this guy, he's coming back to the Berman Show. Wait till you hear this stuff. I mean, he's one of the best parody artists on the planet. That's very kind. Would you? I just want to whet your appetite. People. Would you do me a favor? And you don't have to play the whole thing if you're a talk show, because I understand what that's like. I did a talk show for 25 years, but I'm going to give you our version of Barracuda so that people can hear what we sound like playing a heart song. I will do that. I will absolutely do that. We'll definitely play it. Right. By the way, to my listening audience, I want to thank Bob Rivers for coming on here and spending a few minutes with us prior to his show at Resorts. And if you hold the line, I want to talk to you off air, but right now, to my listening audience, all together, stand up and say it with me in unison. Barracuda!
Are you looking for something that sucks less on the radio? Search is over now. You got a new place to go.